Expect rules and regulations if and when British bars and restaurants reopen next month. The industry thrives on bringing people together, but it's now carefully considering how to keep people apart. And the difference between 1 metre or 2 metre distancing rules could cost British businesses millions in lost profits.
With a 2 metre rule, our capacity would be reduced dramatically, and in some instances our bars would be up to 80% of normal trade because they're really small. In this location where it's bigger, it would be less impact, but a 1 metre rule allows us to trade all of our bars with less of an impact.
The industry, accounting for 3.5 million jobs, is now clamouring for clarity on what to expect and when.
The difference between 2 metres and 1 metre is the difference between success and failure of the restart and recovery of hospitality for many of our businesses. It is the difference between having a fighting chance and having to remain closed, and some of them may never reopen if they remain closed much longer.
The UK is one of several countries to adopt the 2 metre guideline. Spain and Canada have done too. Other countries in Europe, including Germany and the Netherlands, advise staying 1.5 metres apart, while the World Health Organization say that the safety distance should be around 1 metre. That's been followed by France and China. When it comes to balancing the health of the economy with public health, there's very little margin of error. Last month, the British government's chief scientific advisor said the risk of catching COVID-19 is between 10 and 30 times higher 1 metre from an infected person than it is at 2 metres. These warnings have worried the public and paralysed the Prime Minister Boris Johnson over what to do next. 40,000 deaths and soaring unemployment have dented confidence in the government. It has to get social distancing right, or risk a second spike in infections. But medical experts say it's an imperfect science.
To be honest, Neave, we just don't know. We don't know what at the bottom of all this which is most effective. And of course it's a balance. It's not just the distance that we have between us, it's the amount of time that we spend with other people as well, and what other protection we might use, including masks in some instances.
Retailers have been tentatively reopening across the country, adapting their stores to abide by government guidelines. But questions still remain on how distancing rules will apply to schools when face-to-face teaching returns. As the world awaits a vaccine, the government says it's looking for a margin to manoeuvre. Neave Barker, Al Jazeera, London.